A puja ceremony was held today at the premises of the Mahasaman Devalaya in Sabragamuwa under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
The puja ceremony was organized to commemorate the 7 years of service rendered by the Basnayaka Nilame of the Mahasaman Devalaya Sunil Shanta Veerasekara. The three-story retreat hall that was built at the premises of the Saman Devalaya and the Archaeological Museum was declared open by the President. The complex comprises of an information center, a conference hall, a library and a cafeteria. Pillars depicting elephants that were constructed in line with the 2600 Sri Sambuddhatva Jayantiya were also unveiled today. The chief incumbent of the Sripada Vihara, Venerable Ben Gamwe Dhammadinna Thera, Anunayaka of the Malwatu chapter, Venerable Niyangoda Vijitasiri Thera, and other members of the Mahasangha were present at the occasion.
The chairman of the Emilipitiya Pradeshiya Sabha, M.K. Amila, who is accused of assaulting 2 police officers, has been further remanded after being produced before the Emilipitiya magistrate today.
The chairman of the Emilipitiya Pradeshiya Sabha handed himself over to court on the 4th of this month after he was alleged to have assaulted 2 on-duty police officers. The suspect handed himself over to court 8 days after the incident. The police had been unable to arrest him during this period. Although the court had ordered that senior police officers submit reports on whether charges under the Firearms Act against the Pradeshiya Sabha chairman would be maintained, the police requested court to provide them with another week as they had not had sufficient time to obtain such reports. Speaking further, the police said that they expect to arrest 2 more suspects and seize a vehicle and a firearm. The police also sought the court's permission to analyze a blood sample recovered from the scene of the incident. The lawyer representing the suspect chairman requested that bail be granted as charges cannot be filed against his client under the Firearms Act. Rejecting bail, the Emilipitiya magistrate Dinesh Pereira ordered that the suspect be further remanded until the 18th of this month.
The police know it has been reported to them, not the police here, the police there. The Minister of National Heritage was speaking of yet another theft of an archaeological artifact. An ancient moonstone at the Herat Halmil Laba Rajamaha Vihara in Kapitagol Laba stolen. Chief incumbent of the Vihara charges that a group claiming to be from the army had stolen the moonstone. Did the Department of Archaeology conduct an investigation into this theft? Why has the Department of Archaeology and the Ministry failed to put a stop to the continuing thefts of items of archaeological value?
The petition against the appointment of the current Chief Justice Mohan Piris, filed by the Executive Director of the Centre for Policy Alternatives, Dr. Pakisoti Saranmuthu, was taken up at the Supreme Court today. The petition was taken up before Justices Salim Masuk, Chandra Ekanayaka, Satya Hettige, Eva Vanasundara and Rohini Marasingha.
The lawyer appearing for the petitioner, M.A. Sumandiran, said that all Supreme Court judges should be appointed to hear the case. Chief Justice Mohan Piris, the Speaker, the Prime Minister, the Opposition Leader, as well as Members of Parliament, A.H.M. Aswar and D. Swaminathan, have been cited as respondents in the case. The petition adds that Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike remains the rightful Chief Justice of the country, and 2 decisions were made by the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal confirming this fact, pointing out that Mohan Piris should not have been appointed as Chief Justice in light of these 2 decisions.
Numerous road development projects have been undertaken in this country in the recent past. However, our provincial correspondent in Polonnaruwa, Roshan Tushara, filed this report on a road in the area that has managed to slip through the net of these development projects.
The Galthalawa-Devagala main road, which connects Polonnaruwa with Batikalo and Maduroya. Villagers revealed to us that this road, which comes under the purview of the Dimbulagala Divisional Secretariat, has been in a dilapidated state for a number of years. This 13-kilometer stretch of road is the main access road to the villages of Galthalawa, Nelumbawa, Borowawa, Alutwawa, Ridi Pokuna, Manikwela and Sevanapitiya. These roads have been in this state since we were small. School children travel on this road. There are about 10 villages here. They have introduced a bus service, but the bus only operates on 2 days of the month because it breaks down. They come here during elections, take the votes and go. Various parliamentarians come here. Ministers come here. After the elections, not a dog sights this area. Not a drop of tar has fallen on this road since it was tarred in 1988. The situation is such that you cannot even go to hospital to give birth to a child. The child will definitely be born en route on the road. After the establishment of provincial councils, this came under the purview of the provincial council. However, the Provincial Road Development Authority is yet to pay any heed to the Galtalawa road. Villagers charge that the failure of the North Central Provincial Council to renovate this road over a period of 15 years is an example of the council's inefficiency.
You're watching News First on MTV Sports and Shakti TV. Time now for Action TV.
During the Poson-Poya period, the Mihintale and Anuradhapura areas are significant for the giving of alms. It should be noted, however, that there are those who are engaged in profiting by this activity. An example of this was the Poson Carnival that was organized by a certain group at the grounds of the Anuradhapura Swarnapali Girls College for a number of years. This carnival, which does not come under any audit or examination, provided a large source of income for its organizers. After Action TV highlighted this last year and the parents of the school children sought the intervention of the courts, the organizers of this carnival were not able to profit as much as they would have expected. The grounds had been reserved on the promise that 50,000 rupees would be paid. However, based on a court order, the organizers of this carnival were able to utilize the grounds only after having deposited 300,000 rupees in the bank account of the school's development society. Taking this into account, the School Development Society has agreed to provide the school grounds for this carnival for this year for the sum of 500,000 rupees. While the school is taking these measures to benefit from this activity, the Anuradhapura Municipal Council has indulged in fraud in the process of allocating trade stalls coming under its purview. The Anuradhapura Municipal Commissioner, via a newspaper announcement on the 22nd of last month, called for tenders to divide the areas including Jayanti Mawata, the Singha Kanua and Roundabout and the Jayanti Road close to the Railway Department bungalows. It was reported that the minimum tenders have been called at present. The acceptance of the minimum tender bids for this purpose via sealed envelopes was accepted at 10 a.m. today. These sealed tenders will be opened at 2 p.m. tomorrow. In this backdrop, our cameras captured this footage which shows that those areas that were to be allocated for the highest bidders have already been allocated. This could prevent those wishing to participate in the tender process from placing their bids. It is no secret that the income that would have otherwise gone to the municipal council will now go to a different individual or party. Therefore, in these circumstances, is not the opening of the tender bids tomorrow an act of fraud? Commissioner of Local Government in the Central Province, this is over to you.
Still in local news, Minister of Civil Aviation Services Piyankara Jayaratna, speaking at an event held at the Mattala International Airport, said that the airport will be developed into a centre to repair aircraft.
The event to lay the foundation stone for the proposed building of the sub-office of the Civil Aviation Services Authority in Mattala was held under the auspices of Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa. When the private sector arrives in this area with various investments, they are forced to give up because of the present regulations and other matters. Then only the airport remains. There is nothing else. There is no hotel or any other place to lodge. There are issues in finding a place to have a simple cup of tea. There are various other institutions that should be connected with the airport. There is no point in even constructing this airport without them. The responsibility of the government after the construction of the airport is to look into international standards, security and the safe arrival and departure of the aircraft. It is also your responsibility. Honourable Speaker, in the future Sri Lankan Airlines and Lufthansa will join together and will work to transform the Mattala International Airport within a short period of time into a complete service airport for all aircraft in the world.